Exactly right. Well, let's move on and chat about what's been going on down in Canberra. Of course, Parliament's back for its first sitting week, and wow, the fireworks were really going off. But there was a surprising intervention today from Clive Palmer, who said behind the scenes he's been talking with individual members of the National Party about its future direction and left open the possibility that he may be funding the party in the future. So quite complimentary of the Nationals, I would say. He had far less kind words to say about the Liberals, though.
I feel sorry for the Liberal Party if they believe that they need a $41 million head start at the next election. No, I don't think that'll be enough. As the fifth wealthiest Australian and former life member of the Liberal Party and spokesman for the National Party, I can tell you the Liberal Party is a party full of wankers, or would be if they could be. That's a good quote for you, Phil. A party full of wankers.
He did not mince his words.
Well, they got to do something to fill in the time at the moment, don't they? There's only 28 of them. Look, you know, Clive Palmer's interventions are always amusing, if nothing else, and I do appreciate that. Having said that, he has actually done a lot of good work, to be frank. He hasn't got a lot to show of it in terms of the money he spent at federal elections, right? But behind the scenes, I think the guy has actually done some serious work and deserves to be lauded for doing so. But this business of him somehow taking over the Nats through funding it, or like. So he's talking to individual members. So presumably he's not doing this through the head office of the party.
No, he'd met with Matt Canavan.
And he's not doing it. So he's not doing it.
He's not spoken with the leader, David
Littleproud.
That tells you everything about the Nationals, right?
It's an interesting way of doing things, isn't it? I'll take them from behind, so to speak. We're not going to go through the leader of the party and say, "Here's my offer to try and rebuild."
So it's in the newspaper before he's ever spoken to David Littleproud. How on earth is that a way to run a serious political party?
OK, well, to be fair, individual MPs are generally responsible for their own share of the fundraising. Yeah. So it would make sense that if Clive Palmer feels like he's aligned with certain members of the Nationals, he would be inclined to give money to their campaigns. Also, if you're going to, I guess, save a political party from complete irrelevance, bankrolling the Nationals right now would be a good idea.
Well, it depends what strings it comes with, doesn't it? Because nothing is free, and whoever's paying the bills owns the place.
Correct.
And that would be the interesting conversation right now, where Clive Palmer has got deep pockets, but what is he asking in exchange for his financial support?
Well, and you might also ask the question, given the level of success Palmer has achieved for his investment historically at federal elections.
A couple of $100 million over the last 6 years for one Senate seat.
So he got himself elected, more than a decade ago. Was it 2013?
2013.
He had himself elected in, what was his seat again?
Fairfax,
correct. So he got himself into the lower house. He's had a few Senate members along the way. In the last two elections, he's only had one senator, which is, of course, Ralph Babet. So if you were the Nats and Clive Palmer says, "I'm going to give you a load of money," is that almost not like, oh, God, that's us done and One Nation is just going to come in right over the top?